The city of Salto was founded in November of 1756 and is located in the northwest of Uruguay, sharing the Uruguay River with Concordia, Argentina. With a population of about 114,000 people, Salto offers many tourist attractions, such as the Termas de Teman, Termas de Arapé, Agua Clara, y Aquamania. Salto is surrounded by natural spaces, and the most visited would be Costanera, Plaza Artigas, Parque Solari, and many remarkable parks like Parque del Lago y Parque Ariague. Plaza Artigas is a very important landmark in the city of Salto, known for its very large statue of José G. Artigas. The statue was planned by Edmundo Prati, showing Artigas atop his horse. Plaza Artigas is located in one of the highest points in the city and was known as the 18th of July until 1950, where 100 years after Artigas' death, it was changed to what we call it today. A lot of people may have known it as Plaza Nueva, because that may stem from when Salto was founded. Plaza 33 was the focal point of the city, where many important buildings were housed. The first church, the first administrative building, etc. Over time, Salto's city center shifted towards Plaza Artigas. The statue has been modified over time, such as when it was changed by Armando Barbieri, and he was an architect who served as the Intendente of Salto. The statue of Artigas represents youth, strength, and vigor. It helps to show the life of people in Salto and how valiant people act, with the plaza hosting many events that strengthen the sense of community and demonstrate the ideals of this famous leader. The Mercado 18 de Julio, also known as Mercado Nuevo, was built to replace an older market and has a high historical and cultural value, founded upon its antiquity and its deep relationship with the life of Salto. In fact, it stands in the center of a block and has the unique shape of a heart. It is made up of 4 streets that create a cross, connecting it to the entire city. The market building is based on the typical Spanish style, erected at the end of the 19th century. The architect behind this historic building was Esteban Quirolo. Originally, it had very advanced techniques for the time, such as a mill or a water tank supply system, but these were removed when running water systems were installed to the city. The market operated as normal until the 1990s, but the city began to embark on recovery and restoration efforts. Besides the architectural marvels it displays, the cultural value of the market is abundantly clear. It has been declared a National Historic Monument as well. In recent decades, it has served as a center for cultural activities, hosting many exhibitions for the community to see. Parque Solari is located in the north of Salto, covering 17 hectares of farmland that once belonged to Don Benito. Don Benito was once Salto's governor in a sense, and throughout his travels, he had observed that many European cities had many green areas throughout their layout. He kind of found that Salto lacked these spaces, so he began constructing the park. In the early 1900s, Benito began constructing his dream, Parque Solari. These architectural choices were made through inspiration from Paris, such as the use of faux wood and the different plant species that can be found in Parque Solari, which include cypress, pine, eucalyptus, and cedar. These trees offer both shade and aroma to the park. Sadly, in 1923, Don Benito died suddenly and was unable to complete his dream. On his deathbed, he donated the Quinta Blandengues, as it was known at the time, to the people of Salto, so that the Salteños could enjoy the park. The municipality of Salto decided to officially name the park after Benito Solari as a tribute to him. They placed a bronze statue and a plaque at the park's entrance with the date of donation and the date it was opened to the public. Over 100 years later, Parque Solari is a testament to Salto's history as well as to the aesthetics of a different era. It is now protected by law, having been made a National Historic Monument. Hotel Concordia, where we are now, opened its doors on August 25th of 1860 with a lavish party where the city shut down entirely, and it has been remembered for centuries. It is the oldest hotel in Uruguay with 33 rooms, reading rooms, the dining room where we're sitting now, a library, and 7 courtyards that are the building's emblem and have served as a meeting point for nostalgic travelers and have inspired the works of many different writers. It is located on Calle Real, which has been renamed 5 years later to what we know now as Calle Uruguay. This business began operating as an inn, hostelry, cafe, and stable. There were newspaper articles at the time saying it had decent and clean standards and it was abundant in whatever you may have desired. The hotel eventually passed to new owners, and so change was needed. With the support of a group of architects and historians, the new owners began to update the hotel, adding new accommodations and services for guests. Among the historical parts of the buildings you might see, there's the room of Carlos Gardel, which he stayed in for 2 days when he visited in 1933. The iconic building, in addition to continuing to operate as a hotel, where I've lived my entire time in Salto, it has become a landmark of the local community, supporting culture and receiving support of official institutions, and has maintained a program of 150 annual activities that feature local and national artists. Plaza 33 is an integral part of the city of Salto, and was also known until recent years as Plaza Vieja, which in English would be Old Square, as this was the city's original plaza. This reflects the relationship that it has with Plaza Artigas, which became known, as I mentioned, as Plaza Nueva, as it was constructed later. The birth of this square almost coincides with the birth of Salto City itself. The public space has been declared a National Historic Monument, and that might be a trend, as many of these places have as well, because the square and its sculptures are a symbol of the European Belle Époque, which is from French. I believe that means beautiful age, and so that was a phenomenon that occurred in many Latin cities. So in this park, there are a set of statues that represent the 4 seasons. They arrived in 1910, the year in which Salto celebrated Brazil's recognitions with the borders of Uruguay. Each statue holds an element in its hands that represent the season that it is made for. For example, there are flowers for spring, wheat for summer, and fruit for autumn. This plaza is very important to the people of Salto, hosting many events for members of the community, as well as serving as a meeting place for all to enjoy. The city of Salto, like its port, arose from urgent needs in a key area of the middle course of the Uruguay River. This port served as a gateway for many immigrants who were fleeing persecution, fleeing famine, and war, and so they wanted to create a better life here in Uruguay. So because of this, the first horticultural belt of the city was formed, where the immigrants who came began to cultivate the land and bring the tradition of growing crops. Since the creation of its port, it has served as a major part of the economic development of Salto. Port activity has been foundational for this city, as it served as a trading point between many different parts of Uruguay's history. Above the port lies Plazoleta Roosevelt, which was built in honor of the United States' President Franklin D. Roosevelt. In this plaza you can see manicured flower beds, trees, and shrubs with a beautiful central balcony and a central staircase that descend to the port esplanade. It is a beautiful place to see the river, have mate with friends, and to watch the sunsets that Salto is known for. Salto is much more than a city. It is a vibrant blend of history, culture, and natural beauty that truly reflects the spirit of Uruguay and its people. From the iconic plazas and historic markets to the beautiful parks and scenic riverfront, Salto invites visitors to experience a unique connection with both the past and the present. Whether you're seeking relaxation at the famous hot springs, or exploring the breathtaking architecture, or maybe just enjoying the local community, Salto has something unforgettable to offer. I am so thankful to have had the opportunity to immerse myself in the community that is Salto, and it is something that I will keep with me forever.